Hi everybody, my name is Maria Wash and I'm going to be presenting my critical thinking assignment number 3. Let's talk about novel psychoactive substances. New psychoactive substances are a complex and diverse group of substances often known as either designer or synthetic drugs, or by the more popular but misleading colloquial term of legal highs. New is also another word that you can use for it, by the way. Law enforcement, forensic specialists, and crime labs have faced many difficulties as a result of the growing prevalence of the novel psychoactive substances, including designer drugs like fluorofentanyl. These compounds are frequently created to resemble the effects of well-known medications, such as opioids and stimulants, but with minor chemicals and changes, making it more difficult to identify them with traditional techniques. For example, fluorofentanyl is an extremely powerful fentanyl derivative that is far more potent than heroin or morphine and can be more challenging to detect using conventional drug testing techniques. Let's talk about a couple challenges in identification. So to start off, we have chemical structure complexity. When compared to conventional medications, NPS frequently have somewhat different chemical structures. These alterations can make them undetected in normal toxicological testing, which are typically designed to identify common compounds like cocaine, heroin, or marijuana. In order to adapt, crime labs need to create increasingly complex analytical methods such as high-resolution mass spectrometry. Another one is limited reference materials. NPS does not have extensive reference on databases for comparison, in contrast to well-known medications. When labs come across variants that are novel, or have never been seen in illegal markets before, this scarcity might cause delays in identifications and make analysis more difficult. So the next one here is fast evolution. I think this one is actually quite interesting. It basically is the development of NPS frequently proceeds quickly as chemists make constant adjustments to formulations in order to avoid detection. Forensic teams are always competing to stay ahead of the curve because by the time a lab has techniques to identify one new drug, another can appear, which, in case you've ever watched crime documentaries, by the way, if you've ever noticed in some of them, forensic teams always talk about this as well, like the actors in those shows. So this is very true, and they also do portray this on TV shows as well. Another one is variability and toxicity. NPS, such as fluorofentanyl, have the potential to be far more potent than their parent substances, which raises the possibility of an overdose. Because it can be difficult to identify such chemicals before they can cause harm, their increased toxicity makes forensic investigations and public health responses more difficult. And lastly, for the summary, we're going to talk about this. These difficulties show that in order to effectively handle the expanding problem of NPS in criminal and forensic contests, ongoing improvements in detection methods, databases, and cooperation amongst international organizations are required. Thank you guys for listening, and here is all of my works cited.